taking over the world, one nerd at a time. Total Nerd Takeover.
Hello fellow nerds, I'm Chris Gray from TNerdT.com, and today I am doing an unboxing of my latest toy. As you can see, the AR Drone 2.0. Boy, I cannot wait for this. As you can see, I've already taken the liberty of cutting the seals on the box and flipping open the lid. Keep in mind, this is a very, very large box, and I would recommend not tearing into this box like a crazy man, because you can use the box later down the road as the AR Drone suitcase, if you will. So you can put all the accessories in here. You can put all of your anything that you need, you can put into the box, put the AR Drone in the box, take it to the park, take it to your friend's house, take it to a convention, and fly it around, and hopefully not getting arrested in the process. So let's take a look what we got inside of the box. First thing we got here, probably one of the most important things that we're not even going to take off the ground, is your lithium-ion battery for the AR Drone. Now this is a 1,000 milliamp battery. Has the wired connection here, which I will show you guys later how it plugs in. And here are some connectors that will plug into the charger. Put that off to the side. And here we have the charger. This is a wall charger, but wait, there's no plug on here, just a couple of leads. Well, that's pretty strange. Oh, no, it's not, because in this box right here, directions, get rid of those. In this box right here are different power adapters. Now, two of them I recognize. The other two, I don't have a clue what they're for. What country, where, I have no idea. So unless you know what plug is yours, I would definitely not recommend sticking it into the wall. Maybe you'll explode or create a short circuit or whatever. Open it up. Everything's wrapped in plastic, real nice. And here are all the different connectors. So we're going to find the American plug, because I live in the United States. There we are. American plug. 2 prongs. And it's mounted to this disc. And that will slide into the charger and then twist. You'll hear a click, and now you're locked and ready to charge the battery. Now we'll take the battery, match up the connecting leads here to the connecting leads on the drone battery, and then we just snap it into place, plug it in. When you plug it into the wall at first, there's an LED here that will be red. When it is charged, it will be green and you're ready to go. Let's see what else we have in the box. Okay, well, I don't see anything other than the AR Drone. Looks like there's a hole buried in here. So let's pull it right out of the box. Now, I like how they packaged it in here. Like I said earlier, you can use this box as a carrying case. So when you put the AR Drone in here, it's actually, right now it's outfitted with the indoor hull, which is made out of some kind of styrofoam, which I'll show you, I'll get a close-up in a second. But it really holds it into place here. So it looks like they took great detail in packaging it. And the blades are sitting in these grooves here, keeping it nice and secure. Okay, so let's take it out of the box. Oh wow, that is really light. It's light as a feather. Can't wait to fly this puppy around. There you go, it's out of the box. Oh, wait, I see some more stuff. What's in here? So under the main part of the hull is a little crevasse, and in the crevasse we have a manual quick start guide, which I will, should I read it? Oh, I'm a nerd, I'll figure it out. I won't read it. Unless I need to figure out what happens here. Okay, so now we're going to get the stickers out, because I see some stickers in here. Now these stickers here, fluorescent orange with like a light, very bright looking blue. I believe that these stickers, at least from the pictures I saw on the box, will go on the outside of the indoor bumpers. I guess that's to give you an idea of where the edges are. Speaking of edges, if you fly this without the indoor bumper, it might be a good idea to take some tape, about 2 inches on the propeller, and take some fluorescent colored model paint and paint the tips of the wings. So when the propeller is spinning, you can see where the edge of the propeller is. Because if this indoor hole isn't on it and you crash it into a tree or a wall, you're done, kapooey. However, that being said, if you do, don't worry, take heed. You can get replacement parts on Amazon, on Parrot's own website, and I've seen them. There's actually like third-party websites that have all kinds of different spare parts, gears, motors, carbon fiber shafts. Now these are carbon fiber, but carbon fiber replacement shafts, and stickers, LED lights. You can, which is going to lead me to my next point. You can modify the heck out of this thing. I've seen them that look like like a police drone. It's got like flashy blue and red lights. I actually saw a video of a guy that turned one and made it look like some kind of like like a drone out of Terminator. It was really crazy. Anyway, so you can modify this thing literally almost limitless. Just keep in mind that you don't want to go too heavy, otherwise it'll never lift off the ground. And then what's the point of having this awesome toy? Another cool mod I should mention is that you can connect this to a RC controller, like a regular hobbyist controller. There are some, there's like a board you have to buy. It's quite an ordeal, and you can run it on 2.5 gigahertz frequency band, and allow it to take even farther of an aerial adventure. That being said, I'm curious to see what's underneath this. So let's take this off. And to take it off, it's real easy. Grab the base. You grab the outdoor bumper hole, lift it up, and you want to slide it forward like this. There we go. And that's all there is to it. Here's a Velcro strap. This holds the battery in place, the battery terminal connector, and there is a USB 2.0 connection here, which you can plug a USB stick into to do the recording as you're flying around. Or you can plug a GoPro, a Hero GoPro into it, or any other USB accessory that you would like to have connected to your AR drone. Now it does come stock right here in the front with a 720p camera, which I don't think is too bad considering. And on the bottom, there are a number of different sensors to tell you you're out to, gives you atmospheric pressure, things like that, at least according to what I've read on their website. There's also a camera, which you can't really see. There's also a camera, so you can get an overhead drop-down view. I am told that it is very low res and very low quality. Keep in mind there was a piece of plastic film. I already removed it. So it's no longer there. We're all good to go. Okay, so there you go. What else is in the box? Well, let's take a gander. Aha! What's this I see? This is the outdoor hull. And as you can see here, there's a little red tab. Pull the red tab, and what's coming off? It's a protective clear film. Just take that off right now. Throw that on the floor. I'll get my wife to clean it up later. Okay, I'll take this side off here. Whoop, there it goes. Oh, stuck to my finger. There we go. And there you have it, nice and shiny. I like the colors. However, I may buy another hull. They're very cheap on Amazon. And I may put a whole bunch of Total Nerd Takeover stickers on it. Or maybe I'll take it to a friend of mine who can airbrush, and I'll have him airbrush the logo and make it all pretty with Total Nerd Takeover. Woohoo! Now to put it on, just pick it up. Now you want to take that hole, and it will insert into the nose where the camera is, and then it just drops right on top. Or it would if I had everything situated properly, but okay, get that thing down in here. Okay, try that again. There you go. Now she's ready for outdoor use. And it's very, very light. I still can't get over how light the AR drone is. I mean, well, it is made out of plastic, carbon fiber rods, styrofoam hull. I mean, it's pretty sturdy considering its weight. Now, the AR drone weighs roughly 420 grams with the indoor hull. That's this one. with all the styrofoam. Whee! And it weighs roughly 380 grams, as you see it here, without the indoor hull. So let's get the battery in this thing and see if we can make it fly. What do you say? Okay, there it is, naked as a jaybird. And I am ready to put the battery in here, and I'm going to be putting the indoor hull on just in case I start hitting all the posters in the studio or knocking stuff over. I have a lot of expensive equipment up here. I don't want to tear it all up with these blades. Even though these blades are only plastic, flexible plastic, still, I definitely wouldn't want to stick my finger in here because they do spin very, very quickly. Now you're probably wondering, well, that's great, you put the battery in and you're going to get it all fired up, but how are you going to fly it? Well, that's the beauty of the Parrot AR Drone 2.0. Here's how. You can go to the App Store and download an app for an iPad or an iPhone, also on the Google Play Store for your Android tablet or Android phone. And you can control it with any of these smart devices. Or like I said earlier, you can buy this big elaborate kit and you can do a RC controller at 2.5 gigahertz. Now when you're connecting it to an iPhone or an iPad, it will be connected with Wi-Fi. I think it's B, G, or N. So you're going to be limited to the distance that you can go with this thing. Probably like 100 feet depending on the power behind the antenna on your device. I've had people tell me up to 150 feet with a powerful antenna. You can also get a router extension, like an extender router, and you can use that to get even more distance. But that sounds like a lot more work, and maybe down the road I'll try it out. If I do, I'll definitely be making a video of that. Another thing to keep in mind, when you do get it all hooked up and you take it outside and you have everything synced up, you want to be careful also about the height and the distance you go, because even though it may not seem windy where you're standing on the ground, 20 feet up in the air, there could be a wind tunnel or a wind gust. And if you've ever gone gliding or seen gliders in action, they fly around looking for these wind tunnels. As soon as you hit it, as light as this thing is, it's going to go sky high. And of course, you may lose your connection and it could blow away and end up in Oz, which we don't want to happen. Okay, here is the lithium-ion battery. Open up the Velcro. Drop the battery, just drops in like so. And there's a little bit of flex here. There's like a piece of foam underneath here to give it some flexibility. I guess that's to dampen vibration maybe, so it doesn't come loose. Strap the Velcro, take the battery, plug it in. Now we have red LEDs telling me that it's getting set up and nothing is connected to the drone at the moment. I have downloaded the apps to my iPhone and to my iPad, but I have not made the Wi-Fi connection. Now I'm going to put the indoor hull back on the chassis, and we're going to lock it down. All right, now let's give this thing a little test fly. I'm going to be taking it outside and doing a test fly, but for now, let's see what it looks like flying around in the studio. Okay, it's time for the maiden voyage of the USS Nerd with me behind the wheel, or behind the iPad. This could go horribly wrong. I hope not, because I really don't want to smash up the studio. I should probably be doing this outside, but we're going to get to that a little bit later. I'm going to cut the audio because this thing is loud. And here I am flying outside. I am not drunk. I am trying to get my bearings. One thing to mention, that the AR drone, flying the AR drone is a little tricky depending on how you're looking at it. So if you're looking at the iPad app or your iPhone app, and the drone is facing away from you, like if you were sitting in the cockpit, it's easy to turn left and right, forward and backwards. But when you change your perspective and the camera or the front of the drone is facing you, now in your mind you have to remember to switch the way you control it. Everything will be backwards. Here I am trying to close in on the corner of my house here. See if I can slip in the window. And of course, no crash. Oh, crash landing. Not good. All right, now let's see how I do on a straightaway. Okay, now my perspective is changed, so I have to remember that the controls are backwards. And the AR drone, surprisingly, is very sensitive when it comes to the controls. On the iPad, the controls that I was using were the virtual keypad and virtual, they're virtual joysticks, basically. Another thing worth noting is that in the app, you can adjust certain safety limits. Altitude and speed can be adjusted within the app, so you can't go, if you hand it to somebody and you don't want them to go too high, you can adjust the altitude so they can only go so high and the AR drone will stop at that altitude. Also, you can also adjust how fast you accelerate forward and backwards. It's also pretty amazing how this drone quadrocopter can stop on a dime pretty much, and turning it is surprisingly easy. Very stable once you get the hang of it. And like I said before, I'm not drunk. I'm just trying to get used to the controls. Okay, getting set up for just one more pass. Let's see how I do here. I'm getting a little bit more familiar with the controls until right about there, and I bounce it off the ground for the lose. And I'm going to try to get closer to me, spin it around, and try to do a nice landing. And there you have it, perfect landing. This has been the video review and test flight of the Parrot AR Drone 2.0. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. I would definitely recommend getting one of these for that special nerd on your list. I had a lot of fun. And like I said before, you can use it as a toy or you can use it as a tool. Being able to have a flying camera is very, very useful for many different applications. Now, if we could just put some laser beams on it and maybe some flashing LEDs, that would be fantastic. So I've been your host, Chris Gray from teenert.com. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe to it. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave those down below. And if you like this video, maybe you would like some of the other things that we do, head over to teenert.com, where you'll find a series of podcasts that we do devoted to the nerd community. And thanks again, and I hope to see you guys soon with another video.